Hmm. Hmm. Let's do this. Let's do this. FTC. Federal Trades Commission. Really? So you are ready to fight for Sony, huh? Okay, you're trying to save Sony, huh? Okay. See, Sony like to poke the bear and think the bear is not gonna fight back. So let me get this straight. So Sony went to the European Union to try to get them to stop the deal. Really? And the European Union was checking the deal with a fine-tooth comb. But all of that was putting pressure on the investors so they can back out. Really. And Microsoft kept offering Sony deal after deal. But that was another way of putting pressure on the investors so they can back out, huh? We're talking 98%. Okay, alright. And now you, the Federal Trades Commission, FTC, trying to save Sony, huh? So you guys are a bunch of Sony fanboys, huh? Alright. Well, the Activision shareholders, 98%, got something to say about that. And they are ready to fight for Xbox. For the love of Microsoft, we shall fight! Let me stop playing here. What's up, people? Another beautiful day. Yeah, or night. What time is it here? 9:50. Oh, wait a minute. 9:15 at night. What's up with it? Hope y'all 5 cents. Hope y'all 5 cents work. Health and strength is good. What? And to my Xbox fans, what's up with it? Xbox Tribe, Xbox Nation, Xbox Universe, Xbox World, Xbox Legion, what's good? Xbox Mob, what's up with it? And the Xbox Squad, what's up with it? So, the Federal Trade Commission want to step in and save Sony, huh? Well, not unless Activision and the 98% of the shareholders out of 100 got something to say about it. They are ready to fight for Microsoft. Let's fight! Let me stop playing here. Anyway, look, listen to this. Listen to this. Says here, Activision, listen to this. Activision Blizzard ready to fight for Microsoft acquisition. Yeah. See the Federal Trades Commission. You got to blame Sony for this one. Remember, they had the exclusive rights to Call of Duty, remember? Yeah. When Activision Blizzard was in turmoil, they were sitting on the sideline watching. They never stepped in. And I guess Sony was thinking that the rights to Call of Duty was more important than owning Activision Blizzard itself. See the difference? Yeah. And that's where Microsoft comes in with Phil Spencer and the rest of the crew. And they dropped 68 billion, almost 70 billion on top of that. So yeah, Activision is ready to go to war. So basically Activision is saying, when we were weak, Sony didn't help us. When we were hungry, Sony didn't help us. When we were starving, Sony didn't help us. I love it. Anyway, here we go. Says here, Activision Blizzard ready to fight for Microsoft acquisition. Says here, following the publication of response from Microsoft and Sony, an Activision Blizzard executive claimed it will not hesitate to defend the deal. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, we don't drop when you got 98% out of 100 shareholders agreeing to that deal. Sony and Nintendo been in the console business longer than Microsoft. We're talking Activision Blizzard here. We're talking Call of Duty. We're talking World of Warcraft. We're talking StarCraft. We're talking Elder Scrolls. They were at their weakest point and they needed help. And Sony and Nintendo sat on the sideline and did nothing. And Microsoft, being the eagles that they are, was surveying the landscape. And Activision Blizzard popped up on their radar. And a sense of urgency kicked in. Opportunity knocks. Phil Spencer ran to the heads at Microsoft like, look, we need to jump on this. So what y'all think? Should we get involved in this? Is it any of our business? Should we care? Should we help them? What y'all think? What value is Activision Blizzard to us? You best believe that's what they were doing, asking all those questions. Okay, Phil Spencer, take 70 billion, go get them. Yeah, and now it's about to get ugly. Anyway, listen to this. It says here, Activision Blizzard has claimed it is prepared to fight. Yeah, for the purpose merger with Microsoft, espousing some of the most aggressive rhetoric yet seen. The forward messaging from Activision Blizzard comes as scrutiny surrounding the acquisition continues to bear down, with a few powerful regulatory bodies concerned about the potential consequence brought by the approval of the deal. Says, as Microsoft's $68.7 billion bid approaches the anniversary of its announcement, growing pains are being felt by gaming giants. We're talking Sony and Nintendo here. It says, in what was initially quite a smooth sailing, Saudi Arabia and Brazil approved the deal, with the Brazilian Administrative Council going so far as to critique the quality of Sony's argumentation. Says here, however, 14 countries are still pursuing the intricacies that the same stance have proved more convincing for the authorities of the United Kingdom, European Union, and the United States. The UK Competition and the Market Authorities, CMA, recently published the response from both Sony and Microsoft concerning an issue statement it had released last month, which offered the most significant degree of clarity yet as to contention and position held by each party. Says here, Activision Blizzard CEO Lulu Chen Microsft took to Twitter following the CMA publication, citing her cause for doing so to be increased speculation about Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard. The executive unequivocal, stating that any suggestion that the transaction could have anti-competitive effect is absurd. Seen to frame the situation as an international conflict, Microsft claims that this merger will benefit gamers and the U.S. gaming industry, but did not offer any justification for why this would be the case. Then it says here, Microsft continues slightly as pacifying her prior tone to reaffirm Activision Blizzard's commitment to work cooperatively with regulators, but added a caveat that the company won't hesitate to fight in defense of the acquisition, since negotiation between Xbox and PlayStation bosses seemingly bore no fruit. The dispute have played out in an increasingly public manner, with the heads of Microsoft Gaming, Phil Spencer, frequently quote regarding the acquisition in recent weeks. Microsoft's statement are an escalation, denouncing all criticism as absurd and implicit rebuke to report that the FTC is looking to file an antitrust lawsuit in an attempt to force concessions before approving the deal. Microsoft joined Activision Blizzard in October, and according to a report by Kotaku, warned staff via Slack that organizing could lead to lower raises and tough clashes with management. Following a successful union vote by quality assurance testers working at Blizzard, the newly hired executive stipulates that her tweets are personal, but as representative of Activision Blizzard, it could be a sign of what's to expect from the company going forward. And that is that. Yeah, Activision is ready to fight. Yeah, but everybody needs to blame Sony for this though. They were sitting there watching this when the whole thing was going down. You know, when Activision Blizzard popped up and they were having issues, you have the rights to Call of Duty for what, a couple of years. Then you were telling Microsoft to honor that. But once that runs out, that means nothing if you don't own Activision Blizzard. So when they were in turmoil, you were supposed to step in and say and offer assistance. Like I said before, it would be like a man drowning in the ocean. You're on a boat. You're on a boat. You got a life raft, life jacket. You see a man drowning in the ocean, and you don't help him. Then another man comes on another boat and with a life raft, life jacket, and see that man drowning and save him. Then shame on you. So this is what this comes down to. Activision Blizzard was weak. There was turmoil all over the place. Okay, employees complaining about all kind of stuff. And what were you doing, Sony? Nothing. I guess it was none of your business. It was none of your business until Microsoft dropped that 68 billion. Huh? Now all of a sudden you start caring. Too late. Anyway, but Activision is ready to go to war for this. So that means some lawyers are ready to go to war over this. This is going to be a battle. 68 billion? They don't drop 68 billion for nothing, you know. Yeah. And this goes back to what Sean Layden said on gamingbible.co.uk when he was saying that Game Pass wasn't sustainable right after Microsoft had just purchased ZeniMax Bethesda for 7.5. Okay, when Activision Blizzard popped up on the radar, and we're talking Activision Blizzard, we're talking Call of Duty, we're talking Warzone, we're talking StarCraft, we're talking World of Warcraft, we're talking Elder Scrolls. When they pop up on the radar and they have internal issues and problems all over the place, Phil Spencer did not hesitate one bit. Like they say on Call of Duty Black Ops 4, first come, first serve. They jump on it. They didn't hesitate one bit. You know, with a sense of urgency, they just bring up Game Pass, and they saw what Activision Blizzard brought to the table. They rushed it. They didn't hesitate. While Sony and Nintendo was sitting there watching, thinking that everything was all good. It wasn't. That was an opportunity for Sony to get Activision Blizzard. So yeah, Activision is ready to fight. And let the games begin, man. Ah, man. But you know, the deal is already done, man. When you got 98% of the shareholders agreeing out of 100%, 98% out of 100 agreeing on this. Yeah. Like Phil Spencer says, what he said, it's not what they could do for us, is how could we help you? They helped Activision before Sony did. So that should tell you something. Microsoft helped Activision before Sony did. Anyway, leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Bored type psych. Go.